We chose the impossible path, and it started with a team that most developers said couldn't pull it off.
This building had 60 days to live. Behind it, 50 workers, a 24-hour crane, and a timeline that made every contractor walk away. What replaced it? A minimalist store that shouldn't exist on this street. This is the full story, from rubble to runway. This isn't a teardown you'd expect on one of Paris's most expensive streets. But look closer. The limestone is crumbling. The cornice is sagging. The foundation? Unsalvageable. We had two choices: restore a building that would fail again in 10 years, or erase it and build something that would last a century.
This building had 60 days to live. Behind it, 50 workers, a 24-hour crane, and a timeline that made every contractor walk away. What replaced it? A minimalist store that shouldn't exist on this street. This is the full story, from rubble to runway. This isn't a teardown you'd expect on one of Paris's most expensive streets. But look closer. The limestone is crumbling. The cornice is sagging. The foundation? Unsalvageable. We had two choices: restore a building that would fail again in 10 years, or erase it and build something that could last a century. We chose the impossible path, and it started with a team that most developers said couldn't pull it off. Before a single wall came down, we spent 6 weeks on inspection. Structural engineers, geotechnical surveyors, even a historian. Because in Paris, you don't just demolish, you document everything. The neighboring buildings are 300 years old. One wrong move during demolition, they collapse. So every beam, every party wall, every underground cellar was mapped in 3D. The permit process alone took 4 months. But when you're building on Rue du Faubourg Saint-Honoré, home to Hermès, Chanel, and some of the most expensive real estate in the world, you don't rush permits. You get them right.
Demolition day. This is where most construction videos get dramatic. But here's the truth. Demolition is slow, dirty, and dangerous. We didn't blow anything up. We took this building apart, piece by piece, for 3 weeks. 400 tons of debris. Concrete, limestone, old timber, twisted rebar. Everything was sorted. Metal recycled, wood documented for historical records, concrete crushed for backfill. And here's what most people don't realize. On a tight Parisian street, there's no room for debris storage. Every truck had to arrive exactly on schedule. Every load had to leave within the hour. One delay and the entire block shuts down. With the old building gone, we went down, 3 meters below street level. This is where most projects cut corners. We didn't. The foundation had to support 5 stories of steel and glass, so we poured 200 cubic meters of reinforced concrete, rebar tied by hand, every intersection double-checked by the structural engineer. We poured at night. Why? Because concrete trucks cause traffic chaos, so we worked from midnight to 6 a.m. for 2 weeks straight. The neighbors? We brought them wine and earplugs. The wine worked, mostly.
This is where the project became visible. Steel went up in 8 weeks, a floor every week. And here's what you don't see in the final photos: the chaos. 50 workers, one crane running 24/7, welding, bolting, lifting, walking formwork. The crane operator could see the Eiffel Tower from his cab. He said it was the best view he'd ever had on a job site. Every steel beam arrived pre-cut and pre-drilled from a factory in Normandy. On site, no cutting, no drilling, just assembly. That's how you build fast without sacrificing precision. By week 6, the structure was done. By week 8, the slabs were poured. And for the first time, you could stand on the 5th floor and see Paris. The roof is something most people never see, but on a minimalist building, every surface matters, even the one you can't see from the street. We chose a dark gray PVC membrane. Not black. Black absorbs too much heat. Not white. White shows every stain. Dark gray. it disappears against the Paris sky. The parapet walls hide the drainage. No visible gutters. No pipes on the facade. Just clean lines. That's the difference between good architecture and minimalism. Good architecture hides nothing. Minimalism hides everything that doesn't need to be seen.
Glass day. This is the moment everyone was nervous about. 6-meter by 2.5-meter panels. No visible mullions. Each panel weighs 400 kilograms. The glass came from a single factory in Belgium. Each panel was inspected under polarized light for imperfections. If the glass had even one flaw, it would reflect light wrong and ruin the entire facade. Installation took 3 weeks, not because it's slow, because you can't rush glass. One mistake and you're not just replacing a panel. You're explaining to your client why a 400-kilogram sheet of glass shattered on a Parisian sidewalk. When the last panel went in, nobody celebrated. Everyone just stood there, looking at the reflection. For the first time, the building wasn't a construction site. It was a mirror. Finishing is where most projects fall apart. The structure is done, the budget is tight, and suddenly nobody cares about the texture of the walls. We cared too much. Warm gray micro-cement on the walls. Not gray. Warm gray. There's a difference. The pigment is mixed by hand on site. Too much black and it looks like concrete. Too much brown and it looks like mud. Warm gray is a balance that takes years to learn. Lime plaster in the corners. Polished concrete on the floor with a matte sealer. Not glossy. Glossy reflects too much light. Matte absorbs just enough. Raw linen panels, brushed brass edges, oak veneer. Every material was chosen to be touched. The lighting is diffused. No direct bulbs. Everything is backlit or reflected. The objects inside? Ceramic from Japan. Linen from Belgium. Oak from France. Nothing is accidental. Opening day. 8 months after we started. The first time the building was actually used. The office workers moved in on a Tuesday. No ceremony, no ribbon cutting, just people with laptops and coffee cups, walking through glass doors onto herringbone pavement. The street came alive immediately. The cafe next door got more customers. The delivery bikes started using the building as a landmark. Within a week, it didn't feel new anymore. It felt like it had always been there. And that's the goal of minimalist architecture. Not to shock, not to impress, to feel inevitable, like the building was always supposed to be on this corner. This is the building now, from sunrise to sunset, from rubble to runway. We started with a cracked facade and a sagging cornice. We ended with warm gray walls, structural glass, and a herringbone street that reflects the evening light. 8 months, 50 workers, 1 crane, countless nights and impossible deadlines, and a building that shouldn't exist on this street, but does.
If you want to see more transformations like this, subscribe and comment below which phase surprised you the most. For me, it was the glass. Always the glass.